heck of an effort by our guys. I thought Xavier just did a great job continuing to fight and battle. And the way they started the second half, they showed tremendous aggressiveness and got us on our heels. They were getting in the paint. Scruggs was really, really aggressive, Jones. But our guys responded really, really well. We got down 5, and then, our guys came back. I think we scored the next 8 points. And then what won us the game was defense down the stretch. We really played well on the defensive end from an aggressiveness standpoint, getting our hands on the basketball. And then Justin Lewis grabbing the ball for us, 13 defensive rebounds is probably the most important stat of the game.
Shaka, you guys have won 6 in a row, but before that you lost 4 in a row. Do you think this kind of improvement was coming anyway from this team, or do you think you needed to go through that stretch of adversity to figure things out?
Yes, and yes. I think that, the goal coming into the school year, we talked about this at the end of the summer, is we want to grow as much or more than any team in the country. It's easy to say that. You have to go through the experiences and put in the work and stay connected enough to do that. And it's not always a linear path. It's just not up, 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 up. Sometimes there's some setbacks. And, in fact, the setbacks allow you to grow more. So I think losing 4 in a row, we got humbled by UCLA. And then we had 3 conference games where we were in position to win the game late in the game, and we didn't. So I think what you take out of that as a team is we can win. We can find a way to win those games, but we've got to be a little bit better in a variety of areas. And I think we've continued to get better. But, again, you look at these last, few games, we can't take for granted that it doesn't go the other way if a few plays go differently. So proud of our guys, and it's important that we are hungry and want more.
The 2 young dudes, Cam and Stevie, were just in here. Cam just seems to have super confidence in a shot at all times, and Stevie's kind of found the role as like doing all the little things. He was guarding like a 5th-year player today. Yeah. How have you seen those guys find themselves this season?
Well, you said it. I mean, they're kind of finding out who they are. If you watch tape of the way that they played last year, both of those guys, it doesn't bear any resemblance to these games. And that's not their fault. It's just high school basketball. Cam Jones was playing the 4, even the 5 sometimes. Stevie was scoring, high 20s or 30 points a game. And, the thing that I really respect about those guys is they've done what we've asked them to do, and they've bought in the team. And I said this going into the season, and it's never more pertinent than now. I think Coach Wojo and the former staff deserves phenomenal credit for signing those guys and finding such – you couldn't find 2 higher character guys than those 2.
Shaka, Justin is 9 for 15 from deep over the last 2 games. How do you see him just transform his game from the inside and out? And is this something you've been encouraging in him over the season? He's
a good shooter. I mean, he really works on his shooting. I'll tell you, most mornings he's in the aisle working on his shooting at 7:30 in the morning. And, you see him in there, and there's a couple times where he got on me because he was in there before me. And he's like, hey, I didn't see your car. What's up? So, you got to give him credit for his work ethic. There was a stretch there where he was not shooting well. And, a lot of people were questioning, should he be shooting 3? Should be shooting out there? We never really questioned that because he's a great shooter. It's more about, take the good ones, shoot it in rhythm, stick your landing, hold your follow through. And that's what he's been doing. But I'm not surprised at all that he's made 9 threes in the last 2 games because his teammates are doing a good job finding him, and he's shooting with a lot of confidence.
How much do you think, him making shots helps him with the rest of his game? Like you said, he had probably his best rebounding game today. He felt like he was everywhere on defense as well. Like, what do you think it does to his game when he starts making outside shots? Well,
it's kind of a chicken and an egg thing in that, we always as coaches encourage these guys to start with defense and rebounding because that's the end you can control. But these guys are human beings. I mean, when you make a 3, when you make a shot, when you make a few shots, it does energize you. And Justin, I really appreciate the fact that he started the game with an emphasis on rebounding and going to grab the ball. He had 5 defensive rebounds in the first half, and then he went and got 8 more in the second half. That was huge for our team because he's the one guy of all of our guys that if it's like mano a mano to go get the ball, you know, you like having him on your side.
Shaka, today Daryl and Justin combined for 39 points. How have you seen them evolve over this winning streak and kind of pick the team up in those moments to get the scoring going?
Well, Justin's been scoring well all year. You know, he's been our number 1 option all year, and he's done a nice job even when he's the focal point of the other team's scouting report. Daryl's just played with great aggressiveness. You know, it's one of those things where he's a little bit of a perfectionist. So he gets down when a couple plays, you know, go the wrong way or a couple calls. But, man, when he's focused on the right stuff and attacking and staying aggressive, he's really hard to deal with. And I thought both in the Villanova game and the Seton Hall game and then today, he just had a good aggressiveness to him. I didn't think he forced anything that was, you know, not good for our team. He was able to get high-quality looks, and then he passed the ball well.
Xavier started the second half hot, and then you guys, like you said, you guys locked in on defense. Same thing happened against Villanova in the last game. What do you think it is that kind of snaps the team into place on defense?
The reality that there's no other way. You know, I think, you know, again, these guys are human beings, so you'd like to have just a machine-like mindset where you come out of halftime or in any situation, you're like, this is what we have to do. But sometimes certain plays occur on the court, and they, like you said, they kind of snap you back mentally into realizing, well, if we want to win this game, this is what we're going to have to do, and we're really going to have to dig in, and it's not going to be easy. But, you know, I appreciate that about our guys. They haven't really wanted it to be easy, and that's a mark of high-character people. Because if you want to win in a league like this, or, you know, as you move later and later in the season, you got to be willing to get past hard. Thank you.